There's a new hero in town, and as he loudly declares to some fur thieves, his name is Yellowjacket. He cartwheels around the villains and zaps them with stingers. When one of the would-be robbers tries to drive away, before remembering that he doesn't know how to drive, Yellowjacket finishes the fight with a punch. But when the police arrive and need Yellowjacket as a witness, he dismisses them. He plays cops and robbers, and someone else can play judge and jury. And so he flees into the night, and the cops don't know whether to shake his hand or punch him in the mouth. We're reading every Spider-Man ever, and this is the Avengers issue 59. The name is Yellowjacket. Please note that this issue contains a scene with an unconsensual kiss. It can be avoided by skipping the chapter titled The Kiss. Jonah Jameson is a big fan of Yellowjacket. It might be because he owns half the fur company that got robbed, or it might be that the new hero is selling papers, but either way, Yellowjacket is the type of hero that New York needs, unlike Spider-Man, who is hanging outside on a flagpole and mocking Jonah. This scene doesn't really play into the story much, but it's where Spidey appears, and so we've talked about it. Meanwhile, and at Avengers headquarters, Hawkeye, Vision, Black Panther and the Wasp are training, but they have their minds elsewhere, worried about personal issues. The Wasp in particular is worried about the location of her boyfriend, Hank Pym. Their worries are interrupted by the arrival of Yellowjacket, who was broken in because he wants to be an Avenger, just like Vision last issue. And the Wasp's worry is answered when Yellowjacket reveals that he killed Hank Pym. The Wasp faints. Yellowjacket explains that the two of them fought, and that Yellowjacket was able to blind Hank with a stinger blast. Hank grew too tall, smashed through the building, and knocked himself down, long enough for Yellowjacket to spray him with a shrinking gas and leave him in the hands of a spider. The Avengers naturally don't take kindly to this story. They all attack Yellowjacket, landing blows and protecting each other, and clearly are winning the fight. But Yellowjacket has control of Yellowjackets, and he uses them to distract Black Panther, which gives him space to hold the Wasp hostage, knocking her out so she can't shrink away. The Avengers can't do anything to help, and so they let him fly away. At Yellowjacket's base, called the Hornet's Nest, Janet attacks Yellowjacket, angry that he killed Hank. Yellowjacket responds by kissing her, in a scene that absolutely has not aged well, and then he backs away, ashamed of what he's done. But now Janet wants him to kiss her again? Elsewhere, the Avengers are hunting for Yellowjacket, and suddenly get a ping from Janet's locator device. They find her with Yellowjacket, leaving City Hall, and immediately attack the villain. As they toss him to the ground, Janet stops them. They can't hurt Yellowjacket. When she's asked why, she explains herself. She's going to marry him. Thanks for watching and joining me on this journey to read every Spider-Man ever. You can read the issue for yourself following the link in the description below. Next week, Spider-Man chases the Kingpin and learns a hard truth about the police. But while we wait for that issue, here's a fun fact about this one. The Yellowjacket moniker is used by a few different people over the years in the Marvel Universe, perhaps most famously by Darren Cross, an enemy of Scott Lang, who was later adapted into the MCU in Ant-Man.